Allie Cartwright, and this is another episode of Q and Allie, where I empower you to live your best life. Today's Q comes from Wanda, and Wanda writes, "Dear Allie, I have a really toxic coworker I cannot avoid. She's negative about everything and really bossy. No matter how hard I try to ignore her, she brings my energy way down. What can I do to protect myself? Thanks, Wanda." Okay, Wanda, I have 3 different pieces of advice for you to work on in order to deal with this, because this is so hard when you have to interact with someone that really clashes with your energy on a regular basis. So the first thing that I am going to recommend is a daily grounding meditation practice. So a daily grounding meditation, it doesn't need to take long, just like 5 minutes in the morning. I just want you to sit down, close your eyes, and visualize connecting your energy to the earth and to the sky to cleanse everything, get everything moving really high frequency. And then you just close it by setting an intention that through the sphere, which is your energy field, only love may enter, and in the sphere only love remains. And what you're doing is, so you're cleansing out your energy, connecting to the earth and the sky, and that grounding is important if you're an empath, because it's a really good way to build up your resistance to taking on other people's energy, which it sounds like you're doing. So you just get that cleansing, get everything moving really high frequency, flowing really well between the earth and the sky. And then when you set that intention, you're not creating a wall around your energy. You're creating a transmutation intention, so that all the energy coming at you from other people is instantly transmuted into a higher frequency, because that is all that you're allowing into your field. And what that does is it allows you to take in the information without taking on the emotion of what that person is vibing at you. I hope that makes sense. And this is something that builds on itself, so you really want to get in the habit of grounding every single day. Hopefully you have downloaded some of the free grounding meditations that I've offered on my website. Right now there is a quick and thorough energy cleansing meditation on there that can be helpful for you. And you can also look at the past live meditation moments on the Facebook videos tab on my Facebook page for grounding meditations there if you need some examples of how to do that type of meditation. But it just builds on itself. If you do it every day, those boundaries are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you're going to get better and better at just allowing everything that comes at you to instantly transmute to a higher frequency that you have chosen to operate at. So the second piece of advice I have for you is to utilize crystals. Crystals are a really, really popular form of tool for people who like to work with energy, and that's because crystals are just really, really excellent for channeling different types of energy for different intentions. They're also really good at cleansing the energy around you, depending on the crystal, of course. So one of my absolute favorite crystals for cleansing is selenite, and it comes in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Something like this, a selenite pyramid, can make for a great little office decoration. It's discreet, but it's pretty. And it can really help keep the energy of your office or your cubicle really, really functioning at a higher level, cleansing out anything that's coming into that space that's maybe a little more stuck and stagnant. If you don't, if you're not really interacting with this particular coworker in your office space, if you need to have something on you, there are some different options. One is jewelry. One of my favorite protective pieces I have is a necklace that is a little rectangular piece of selenite, and that has a little black tourmaline inclusion on it. Black tourmaline is another very, very protective stone, and that is a gorgeous necklace I can wear around my neck, and it's very protective if I feel like I'm going to be in a situation where my energy could be vulnerable. There are other crystals as well. Amethyst is a really beautiful and inexpensive crystal that has a very soothing effect. And then, of course, quartz. Anything quartz is going to be very, very cleansing, purifying. And so I think the other one that I feel like would be a really good one for you is citrine. It's sort of a orange quartz, and it is a very high vibrational, happy, joyous crystal. It makes for a great piece of jewelry because it's very bright, and it's hard to feel like anything can bring it down. It just radiates joy. So when you wear it on you, you feel this sort of protective shield of joy around you, or I do anyway. But I feel like citrine would be a really, really good one for you. If you don't want to wear it in your jewelry, if you're just not wanting to purchase jewelry, which can be kind of expensive, getting it pieces where it's set and everything, or if you that isn't your style. Another thing you can do, and it might sound a little silly, is you can actually tuck them in your bra. You can also tuck them in your pockets, but tucking them in your bra is a really great way to keep them close with skin contact, so that you are getting just the most benefit out of having them on your body. That's another reason why necklaces are so great. This area, your chest, your heart chakra, is a very receptive area. So keeping your crystals close to that area makes them extra powerful and potent. So that is tip number 2, is crystals. There's lots of information on crystals. If they interest you, you can find just vast amounts of information on the World Wide Web, or you can feel free to ask me follow-up questions on different crystals. And I'm not an expert, but I do know quite a bit about crystals because I really enjoy utilizing them. So tip number 3 that I have for you is a form of dry bathing your energy. And this is a really simple thing to do, but it really is powerful. And whenever you leave the presence of this woman, or she leaves your presence, as long as you're alone, I mean, you're not going to want to do this in a room full of people, but as soon as you can, I want you to just all the way from the top of your head, down your face, shoulder, and arm, I want you to wipe down. And I want you to do it on both sides 3 times. And you sort of do a little flick off at the end. And then take both hands and just wipe down your front and flick off. And this is a way of just physically, bodily sloughing off any of her energy that is clinging to you, just so you don't even have to deal with transmutation or whatever. You can just slough it off and bleh. You can almost envision it like dust or maybe some sort of like slime and you're just brushing it off, like bleh, getting rid of it, flicking it off. This sort of energetic dry bathing is really, really surprisingly effective as a in the moment way to really discard the idea of taking on someone else's energy. You are very forcefully setting that intention in the physical world that you are not wanting that to cling to you. And that is huge. Okay, Wanda, I hope that these 3 tips resonate and that you feel empowered to be able to handle this difficult coworker. I wish you the best of luck. That can be a very, very difficult situation. But just the fact that you're looking for ways to protect your energy and rise above the conflict is a wonderfully, wonderfully healing thing. So kudos to you. I hope that the rest of you also got some really great feedback out of this video. And don't forget that you can send your questions in to submissions@alliecartwright.com, and you might see your question on another episode of Q and Allie. Also, don't forget to sign up for my mailing list on alliecartwright.com so that you never miss an episode of Q and Allie, one of the free meditations, or any of the other great free content that I'm rolling out regularly. I'm Allie Cartwright, empowering you to live your best life so that you may live fully, laugh lots, and love yourself.